Hey there, folks. Brad Reed, the Gaming Mole here, and it is 4:41 a.m. in the morning. If I knew this game was, well, downloadable, or really, if I knew this game actually had a demo a long time ago, I would have actually tried out the demo back then when this game first came out. Aside from that, you can obviously see that the game is Mighty No.9. If you haven't read it in the title or seen it in the video pic, that whatever I make it to be, or just see it on the screen right now of the video, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so I honestly, to be honest, I have nothing against Mighty No.9. I mean, I really don't like to judge games until I actually play them. Because if I start judging a game just because of somebody else's review or how it looked on somebody else's playthrough, I feel I'm missing out on something. Basically, when I'm looking at those, I'm thinking, how is this game going to appeal to me, or is this game not going to appeal to me? It's like, what is its selling point? That's generally what I'm focusing on when I see the games played on YouTube and whatnot. So that's why I don't really like giving my opinions on games until after I actually played them. So anyway, I do know the whole controversy behind Mighty No.9 of how fans were, or used to be fans, were so pissed off and angry because, well, one of the main reasons was because they gave Inafune money. I think I got their name right. Like, they gave Inafune money. There was all this effort and time put into it, and people were disappointed that the game didn't come out as they thought it was going to be. Instead, they got, well, this. So a lot of people complained, and another thing that they always compare it to, which I guess there is somewhat of a valid reason behind it, but at the same time I'm just like, is the fact that they wanted a Mega Man game and they didn't get a Mega Man game. Instead, they got Mighty No.9, which they say is like, okay, well, this is not Mega Man. We want Mega Man, not this. I understand that, but at the same time, I don't want to say like, oh well, Mighty No.9 is an attempt at a Mega Man clone, because I've said that about games before. I mean, that this game is a clone of another game and it does a bad job at it. I've said that about Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. I said that game was pretty much a clone of Smash Brothers, and they pretty much did everything from Smash Brothers and they did it wrong. And I also said the same thing about Digimon Rumble Arena 2. So that's why I don't really want to call games clones of each other necessarily. Okay, I've been talking too much and I'm not even playing the game. So let's actually get started with playing the game. And my cat is beating on the door, so I'm going to try my best to ignore him too while playing this demo. You're creating save data for me already. You're assuming I'm going to buy the game already. I mean, I actually did. This was one of the games I was actually looking forward to. This is one of the games I was actually looking forward to for quite a while. Because I was like, okay, well, I should put money into this game. I should put money into the Kickstarter, because I was like, it will give me a chance at actually having the game. Then I'm like, no, never mind. Okay, so I can set. There's Gamma, VSync, and Bloom. BGM, background music, sound effects, voice volume, retro background music. Huh. Okay. Language. English, French, Italian, Dutch, Spanish. I don't know. Portuguese? Maybe? I don't know. No, Portuguese would actually say Portuguese. See, that's Portuguese. I don't know what that is. I've seen it before, I just can't put my finger on it. And I guess that's Japanese. But their voices only come in English, French, and Japanese. Lives remaining. Oh, you can actually set the number of lives you have. Oh no! I'm kind of seeing where this game is going. I haven't seen this option since TMNT Turtles in Time, which was pretty much the only way I was actually able to beat that game, was that I set the life count to 6. Okay, let's apply, go back,
Mighty No.9.
and let's start the game. So let's see how this goes. It's like I can already hear the first comments be like, why would you submit yourself to this torture? What possessed you to do so? Well, like I said, I was actually looking forward to this game for quite a while, and honestly, after Azure Striker Gunvolt, I was just like, wow, okay, Mighty No.9 should do something for me. I mean, I'm honestly not expecting Mega Man, because as far as Mega Man goes, unless Capcom decides to actually get off their butt and actually make an actual Mega Man game, because the last one was like Mega Man Cross Street Fighter, which I barely played much of it because it was having so many errors on my old computer. It still wasn't exactly much of a Mega Man game. It was just like, okay, well, this is a fan game. And then there's another fan game with Mega Man where Mega Man X, and I'm like, well, it's not official. I mean, I'll play it and I might like it, but it's not official. And besides, the other thing I want to see is I want to see the continuation of the Mega Man ZX series.
Go!
Professor!
I gotta turn up the volume.
Back and functioning normally. They weren't here. What on earth has happened? It's chaos everywhere. Well, we won't figure it out here. We must make for the laboratory, and quickly. Beck, you forge ahead and clear a secure path. I'll follow and monitor your progress. Yes, sir. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Right, okay, so he can't walk, so he can't do a wall climb? He just hangs on ledges. So that's what makes him different.
Once again, the president has declared a countrywide state of emergency. This
Countrywide, huh? So Independence Day had
rampaging out of control in all 52 states.
52 states?
I'm
Wait.
a comment from Gregory Graham,
Oh, you must be
CEO
mentioning.
of Cherry
Wait, but Puerto Rico and
Cherry Dyne, of course, being the
what's the other
world's
one?
leading robot manufacturer.
Those are
Let's go there
Commonwealth.
now, live.
Attention! Attention! Is this thing on? My fellow Americans, in this time of crisis, we at Cherry Dyne would just like to express that this isn't our fault. It's that Dr. Blackwell. He's the one.
This isn't our fault! Oh god.
We at
I just want to say, it's not my fault.
all we can to help fix the situation. It's Blackwell. Hello, is this thing on?
Avi?
And now let's go live to our eye in the sky Avi for today's Avi News Traffic Report. Thanks, Avi. As you can see, we've got a few activities found on,
Really?
well, everywhere.
Mighty number 6! What does he think he's doing? Could his be malfunctioning too?
Okay.
Uh-oh. A security bot. And it is out of control, like all the others. Beck, there's no other way. You'll need to fight your way through. You can handle this. I know you can.
That's why I gave you a buster.
I'll do it. Beck, did you just absorb the cells of a weakened robot and, my goodness, assimilate them? Of course, I designed it with that capability, but I hadn't thought it functional yet.
Ah! What the? Hey! Oh, right. I just have this thing of wanting to just continuously dash.
I needed that. That's more like it. That's more like it.
Okay. I honestly thought you would like be able to pull it like an 8-way dash. Okay. Do enemies respawn? Nope.
Dr. Sanda's calling. Sanda, what's the matter?
What's the matter? What the heck think's the matter? Are you okay, Will?
Oh, fine. More or less. And yourself?
Less than fine. Much less. These robots gone wild are tearing the place apart. I've sealed myself in the lab. Who knows how long before they break through?
Understood. We're already on our way. You try to hold them off as best you can.
Okay.
That's more like... Bring it on!
I have the feeling it's like gunbolt, where you want to set up like the highest combo possible. Come on, move.
Beck, we've no time to waste. Calculate the fastest possible route to the lab. Here we go. Here we go. That's more like it.
Ah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oops. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Lab is just ahead. Sanda, are you still there? Have the robots torn you to pieces?
Really?
Tactful as always, William. I'm here, but for Pete's sake, hurry!
No crouch command.
What was that? A demolition unit. How on earth did it manage to get down there? Beck, quickly. You must stop it before it destroys the entire laboratory.
Ground digger. Oh. Did you just data drain him? Did you just do a data drain? I bet I get a ranking. It's gonna be like, oh well, your ranking sucks.
Mighty No.9.
Dang, so that's the end of the demo, huh? Okay, alright, so ending thoughts for this. I can kind of give a couple of complaints, but my complaints right now are minor. Like, my complaints for this game are rather on the minor side. Like, I don't really see anything majorly wrong with it. Not like the other people. I mean, because generally when it comes to games, I almost always ruled out. Well, 95% of the time, I will rule out what normally people will say about just about every single game that I have either played or I look at. Which is basically where they say, like, oh, the graphics suck, the voice acting sucks, the gameplay sucks, like, this is the game I wanted, etc., etc., etc. I'm not exactly looking for those, not exactly looking at that criteria in terms of games. It's like, it's not a, like, well, or really I should say, it's not in the same exact categories for those. When I'm looking for it, especially when I rate it. So my two general complaints about this. I mean, one, the controls I have to adjust to because it's different. Like, it's kind of different in my mind. Like, okay, well, I have to I need to set up a combo and dash through the enemies, or I could just kill them, or I can just like straight up kill them if I feel like it. But what I really want to do is be able to set it up so I can dash through all the enemies and get like some optimal combo or whatever. I mean, that's kind of Azure Striker Gun. That's kind of the same thing with Azure Striker Gunvolt, which was, okay, I need to not only make it through the stage as fast as possible, as fast as I want to get through it, but I also want to make sure that I am optimizing the entire stage to make big combos so I can get the highest score possible. There's that. So the controls is something I have to adjust to. And that's honestly with every game that I play. So that's why that's in the minor category. The second one, well, actually I might have three minor complaints. The second one is the music and sound effect balance. I mean, usually I can barely hear the music. It's not that the music sucks or anything, it's that I can barely hear it. It's halfway to where it's halfway like how Mega Man X Collection was with the background music, where, well, if you actually have Mega Man X, well, the Mega Man X Collection, and you played it, I think it's on the PS2 version. I don't know about the other versions. When you actually listen to the music volume is extremely low, except for like on X6, except for like I think on X5 and X6. But all the other games, the music volume is like way too low compared to the sound effects for whatever God-given reason. So that's kind of one of my issues right here, is like I can barely hear the music. I can hear the voice work okay. Which, if anyone's going to talk about the voice acting, I honestly don't really care for the voice acting, so to speak. Like, I don't really care for the voice acting. I mean, it's voice acting, so I'm glad I have it because it's there. To me, it's just the extra thing that they could just be like, okay, well, you're not getting voice acting, so there. and then you would just have to read everything. Like, I would be satisfied with that too. So my third minor complaint, and actually this is kind of more of a wish type deal. So when you say, you probably already noticed just from seeing the game yourself, the 3D graphics I'm okay with. I'm honestly perfectly okay with. I mean, I don't have issues with the graphics. My thing is, I think this game would have been a lot better if they use like 2D if they use actual 2D sprites instead of 3D. I think this game would have benefited a lot more if they use like 2D sprites instead of just 3D. I know that they want to do this to be like, okay, well, Mega Man's done it, a ton of other games done it, and like whatnot, and it looks good. But this is one of those games where I feel it would be better off if you just use complete 2D. Since that's another thing is like I can compare the 3D sprites to the picture sprites, well, to the little picture icons of who's talking, of the characters that are talking, and I'm like, this would look so much better if it was the 2D sprites and not these 3D sprites. So that's a thing I definitely that's a thing I definitely noticed. That it would look better if it was that instead of the other thing. Instead of, well, what this is. But it's still not horrible as everyone plays it out to be. Well, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people I talk to, or a lot of reviews and whatnot that I've read, they'll say, like, I feel they over exaggerate on the flaws of this game. So but that's just me. I'm not trying to say that this game is like the greatest game ever, or this game is great and all that. I mean, this is like, so far it's an okay game, and it's actually did a good job of convincing, and it's actually did a pretty decent job of convincing me. Now, to give you a bit more FYI about this is, I only saw like 2 trailers of this game. I only really saw like 2 trailers of the game, and I honestly didn't really say much about it. Like, I can't even remember what trailers I saw. I know one of them was like way back when they first announced the game. And then the other one was about like all the different modes that this game is going to have. So, and that's a more recent trailer. I think that was like maybe 1 or 2 months before the game actually got released. Where it was talking about, okay, well, hey, we have your normal mode, we have your easy mode, and we have your hard mode. Oh, and we have your you die in one hit mode. Yeah, like we had that trailer, and then it actually also mentioned like we have 2-player mode. I'm like, 2-player? Really? I was like, I wonder how that would play out. But I don't think it's here yet. I am on a wait and see in terms of like all the extra content that's supposed to come. But I'm also not holding my breath for it, because I'm also still waiting on the extra content that was supposed to come out for Freedom Planet, and it still hasn't. So I'm not getting my hopes up for all that extra content. Anyway, is there anything else I want to say about this game? I can't really think of much else to say. There's not a whole lot much else to say about the game. It's like could be some obvious fixes done, but to be perfectly honest with you, there could be a lot worse things than. Not only could there be a lot worse things than this game, not only could there be a lot worse, but at the same time, I'm actually appreciative that this got made. I'm actually rather appreciative that this got made, because who knows what would have happened. This project could have just flopped. This project could have just flopped, and I'd be like, okay, well, great, that's another game that I was highly expecting, and it just doesn't come out. And in the past, well, I would honestly say since 2007, there have been a lot of games that I've expected, or I was really having high hopes for, and then turn around and those games either got canceled, or they end up as a console exclusive to a console I don't own, or they end up region exclusive and the console that it's on happens to be region locked, so I can't even play it unless I buy a foreign version of the console. So I'm actually rather relieved in terms of that. Also, considering all the other games that I've looked at in the past, especially considering drama behind one of the more recent ones that I just looked up. Oh dear God, I'm glad this game didn't go through that drama. I still would not call this a Mega Man clone. I honestly can't really call it a Mega Man clone. It's just okay, so he's jump shoot and dash man. So was X, so was Gunvolt, so was RSEX, so was many other games. I don't want to say if I have to call this a Mega Man clone, then I have to call a bunch of other games Mega Man clones as well. So I won't do that. I genuinely want to look at this as something as, well, this isn't Mega Man. That's what I want to look at this as. Okay, well, it's this is not Mega Man, this is Mighty No.9. This is a totally different dude. Mega Man is still with Capcom doing whatever, probably having drinks and probably drinking himself to death or whatever. I don't know. Okay, I've talked for way too long, so I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of this demo. I will get this up as soon as possible, and expect to see a playthrough of this game in the future, along with a couple other games. This is Brad Reed, the Gaming Mole, signing off. Thanks for watching.